my friends. We wanted to have your Thursday math video, so we just wanted to walk you through every step of the way one more time. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your Thursday Google Classroom, you're gonna go down and find math. I'm just gonna click on group B today because there's too many groups of you guys. So the first thing you're gonna do is your drops in the bucket, right? So when your drops in the bucket opens, it opens like this. Everyone's looks different. But I like to, some of you guys have had a hard time seeing it, so I wanna show you how to zoom in. Okay, so there's two ways. So when you are in your Google Slides, there's this little magnifying glass with the plus sign. If you click on that arrow, it gets so much bigger. Okay, so you can go to the magnifying glass, you go to the plus sign, and you drag it down, okay? So for group B, you would go through all these problems. Some of you, I think for you guys, this is a new concept, how much the pizza has been eaten. You're gonna drag this little box to circle, okay? So that wasn't the correct answer. Oh, you couldn't see it anyway. That wasn't the correct answer, but you're gonna take this little box, you're gonna take this little box and drag it over whatever number you want it to be on, okay? Whatever fraction it is, okay? All right, so you're gonna pause your video here and you're gonna go back to your Google Slides, do your drops in the bucket. When you're done, come back to the video. So you should have just finished your drops in the bucket. When you're done with that, you're gonna click on this YouTube link. It'll automatically open in some of your Google Classrooms. So just to show you the difference, if you click on it like this, it opens automatically in your Google Classroom. If you click on the other one, it opens a new tab. I know some of you have had trouble with how many tabs you have. So this one, remember, we want to turn off any ads that come up. We just X them out. We do not click on them. And this one is, I don't like it as much as BrainPop, but you guys have trouble accessing BrainPop at home. So here is a YouTube video about parallel lines, intersecting lines, and perpendicular lines. I'm gonna go over it really quickly with you when we get going on our worksheet in a minute, but pause your video, go watch the YouTube, and come back. All right, so you should have just watched your YouTube video, and now we're gonna pull up our work for today. All right, so I am gonna show you like I tend to do. Oh, sorry, I didn't get all the way over to the side. My phone. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a little bit of math here. Okay, so when you are doing math and you're learning about lines and rays and what else, points, all the stuff that we've been learning about, okay? Lines, we remember from Monday and Tuesday, go on in both directions forever and ever. They never stop. Okay, so when we have a parallel line, that means they run side by side. Like the video showed you, if there were two cars going, I could even get cars. I have little cars here. But if you had little cars going and going, they would never, ever crash if they were in parallel lines. So for example, let's look at this one right here, okay? Parallel lines. Parallel lines are line AB here, and line CD are parallel lines. They never, ever, ever, ever cross, even if they are extended. So parallel lines are things like your doorway. The two sides, the right side and the left side of your doorway, will never cross, right? Those are parallel. The sides of your kitchen table right now will never cross. If you have a notebook on your table, the sides of that notebook are parallel. They will never, ever cross. Okay, so there's a lot of things that run parallel. Train tracks, the new SMART train, those tracks on the SMART train will never, ever, ever cross because then the train would crash. Okay, so that is what a parallel line is. Okay, parallel lines, what we do when we, let me move my computer a little bit. When we show them, let me see if I can do this easily. Oh, it won't let me do it, friends. I was gonna show you a picture of, show you me, but it won't let me flip you around because I'm recording. All right, so anyway, moving on. If you wanted to use your arms to do it, you use your arms like this to say parallel lines. They never cross, ever, ever, ever. So intersecting lines, like we saw in the video, an intersection is where we have a stop sign on a road, right? Some of those intersecting lines cross, but they're not perpendicular. So they don't make a 90-degree angle when they cross, but they do cross. Okay, sometimes they might be little skinny angles. Sometimes they might be almost 90 degrees like this. They might almost form a square, okay? So line EF, this one here, and line GH, this one here, they will eventually cross, right? They cross. They are intersecting lines. That's a really long word. They cross at this point in the middle. You pick a point, pick a letter, M, point M. Okay, just like an intersection if you were a car driving. Okay, and then if you wanted to show your body movement, you would just cross your arms like this. Okay, you would cross your arms any way but making a square. You would not do that because that, my friends, is a perpendicular line. Here you go. So IJ, line IJ and line KL are perpendicular. They are perpendicular lines. They form right angles or little squares in the corners where they cross. A lot of intersections on the roads are right angles. Like when you guys leave Lucas Valley School and you guys hit the first stoplight at where you would turn from Miller Creek, the road name is Las Colinas. That is a perpendicular street. The lines there would make a right angle. You would be able to write or draw a little square in there. Okay, so that's a perpendicular line. So, by the way, let me get my highlighter. This little symbol here, woo, blurry now. That little symbol is the international symbol for right angle. If you see two lines that look almost like that, but they don't have the little square, it is not a right angle. Okay, let's look at our work. So you guys are going to make sure that you have your messy, miss me. You are gonna have your words right up here. They're easy for you to find. You should be spelling them correctly because you do not have to guess. All right, you're gonna write parallel or not parallel, even easier, parallel or not parallel. Are these two lines parallel? They'll never, ever touch. Or are they not parallel? They are not parallel. So you will type that into your box on your computer. The next one, these two, what do they look like? Do they look like train tracks? Parallel or not parallel? Will they go on forever and ever and ever? Or will they intersect? Will they cross at some point? Right, they are parallel. They will never, ever cross. All right, you're gonna do this one by yourself. I'll give you a few seconds. All right, moving on. The next part down here says you're gonna write parallel, intersecting, or perpendicular. Remember, parallel lines are like the L's in parallel. Okay, they never, ever touch. Intersecting are ones that cross. Perpendicular ones are things that cross. This is not really good. Cross and make a right angle. Okay, I like drawing those so I remember which one they are. All right, so think about this one. Is it parallel? They'll never touch. Intersecting, they touch but don't make a square. Or perpendicular, they cross and make a square. What do you think? Yeah, intersecting, good. All right, next one. What do you think? Parallel, intersecting, or perpendicular? Good, parallel. And I'm going to give you one challenge one down here. Number 9, LM and JK. If this were to go straight down, it would make a square in the corner. So what is that one called? Parallel, intersecting, or perpendicular? Yeah, it makes that little right angle. It makes that square. So it is perpendicular. Good, perpendicular. All right. Good stuff there. I'm gonna give you guys can pause your video and finish up or continue on with me. The next part, I'm not gonna show you on paper. Actually, maybe I'll show you on paper and then we can practice on the screen. All right, so this just goes through, again, the different kinds of lines. Parallel lines are lines that never cross. You'll drag your little circle over letter C. You're gonna draw parallel lines, okay? We know you're not gonna be exact on this because drawing on the computer is really, really hard. But I wanted to go through that with you because it's kind of blurry on the screen for whatever reason. Intersecting lines that are lines that cross more than once, lines that cross only once, or lines that never cross. Okay, they only cross once. You're going to draw a pair of intersecting lines. Perpendicular are lines that cross at a right angle, lines that cross at an acute angle, or lines that never cross. A right angle, remember, is the one that makes a little square in the corner. All right, so then you're going to ask, can a pair of lines be both parallel and perpendicular? Can a pair of lines be this and this at the same time? Can they be like that at the same time? There is no wrong answer. You can have yes and no be the correct answer here. If you tell me the right reason, you win. All right, let's look at our screen for today. Okay, so you have your digital copy of the same worksheet. I don't know why I do it the same every time, but this one looks super blurry. So remember, when we get our, let me make it even bigger, I think. Oops, view, zoom. That might be too big. Okay, so if we have this, parallel lines are the ones that never cross. You're going to remember right up here, you're going to take the little one that has it's a line segment. See that one? It's the little line segment on the toolbar right here. Okay. You're going to pick scribble. Now this one's kind of frustrating because every single time you see how I tried my best to make a straight line, but it's not straight. But every single time you draw a line, you need to click scribble again. Okay, so here are my parallel lines. Okay, then I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna draw my intersecting lines. Now remember, I go up to scribble, a little scribble, and I scribble, and I'm gonna draw a straight line, go back up to my scribble, and I'm gonna draw my second line. Let's do it like this, there you go. Okay, and my final one down here, you are going to draw perpendicular lines. You're going to grab your scribble again, and I'm going to try my best. All right, let's see, scribble. All right, let's look. So I'm trying my best to make lines. Oh, it didn't do it. Hold on. Make lines that would be perfectly, I I don't know what happened. That would make a square in the corner. It does not need to be perfect. It does not. All right, and then right down here, you're gonna type your answer. Can a pair of lines be both parallel and perpendicular? If you have two lines, a pair of lines, can they be both parallel and perpendicular? That's one answer. Can lines be both parallel and perpendicular is the second question. It has a different answer. All right, either answer you do is fine. After you're done with that, you can turn in your assignment and check in with your teacher in Zoom. All right, have a great afternoon.